The 21st century battlefield is about precision, range, and readiness. Tonight, we decode a vital question shaping India's future deterrence posture. Why is a unified rocket force not just an option, but a strategic necessity? As our adversaries modernize their missile forces, India's need for integration, speed, and synergy becomes paramount. In Asia, deterrence is driven by rockets and missiles. China's People's Liberation Army Rocket Force, the PLARF, is one of the most formidable in the world, with over 1,200 conventional and nuclear-capable ballistic missiles spread across short, medium, and long-range categories. For India, facing simultaneous threats along the Himalayas and the Western Front, a fragmented missile command structure limits responsiveness. A unified rocket force could change that equation, allowing India to strike fast, deep, and decisively. India's missile arsenal is world-class, but scattered across services. A unified rocket force would bring them all together under one umbrella, enhancing deterrence, optimizing response, and enabling true joint warfare. So let's look at the missile matrix that defines the balance of power. Now let's compare the missiles of India and China. And to begin with, we have the data on the video wall. Let's start with the short-range missile systems of China. So Chinese have basically DF-11 and DF-15. This is DF-11, which has got a range of 280 to 300 kilometers. And let me remind you that these ranges are from the open source because no country gives out the exact ranges. The other missile is DF-15 with the photograph, and it's got a range of 500 to 600 kilometers. Now coming to the next set of missiles and rockets that they have in the short-range category are the PHL-03 and PHL-191 multiple rocket systems. So this is a multiple rocket system which looks quite similar to a Smirch that we have. This is PHL-03. It has got a range of 130 kilometers, and PHL-191, it has got a range of 300 to 500 kilometers. So now let's talk about the Indian missile systems in this short-range category. So short-range category systems of India, to begin with, the missile types. The first missile that we are going to talk about is Pralay, which has got a range of 150 to 300 kilometers. Thereafter, we will show you Prahar. This is Prahar missile, which has got a range of 150 kilometers. And in the same category, we also have BrahMos-Land. So BrahMos-Land has got a range of 300 to 450 kilometers. Now, next set of missiles that India has is basically are the rocket systems that we are going to talk about. They are the tactical rocket systems. So first is Smirch, which has got a range of 70 to 90 kilometers. This is the Smirch rocket system. And then Pinaka rocket system, fully made in India. It has got a range of minimum 45 and max to 90 kilometers. So this is the arsenal that we have in short range categories. Now let's talk about the medium range category of missiles, both with India and China. So to begin with, the Chinese have DF-21 missiles in the medium range category with a range of 1500 to 1800 kilometers, followed by DF-26. This is the photograph of DF-26, and it's got a range of 4,000 kilometers, up to 4,000 kilometers. Now let's talk about the Indian missile systems. Now Indian missile systems in the same category are the Agni-1. So this is Agni-1. It has got a range of 900 to 1,200 kilometers. This is also with the army. And then Agni-2, which has got a range of 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. So these are the two Agni missiles that we have in this category of medium range, followed by a missile system that is called Shaurya and Nirbhaya cruise missiles. So we have Shaurya missile, which has got a range of 1,700 to 1,900 kilometers, and Nirbhaya cruise missile, which has got a range of 800 to 1,000 kilometers. And when we talk of the Chinese system in the long-range category, this is the long-range systems of China that we'll be talking of. First is DF-31. Now, DF-31 has a range of 7,000 to 8,000 kilometers, quite a huge range, intercontinental ballistic missile. And then another category of missile is DF-41, which has got a range of 12,000 to 15,000 kilometers. So these two are the intercontinental ballistic missiles. And India, in this similar category of missiles, that is the long-range category of missiles, we have Agni 4 and Agni 5. To begin with, Agni 4, it has got a range of 4,000 kilometers, and Agni 5, which has got a range of over 5,000 kilometers. So a point to note here is that India is likely to test Agni 6, that was indicated by India's Defense Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, in one of the interview very recently. But the next revolution isn't just about range, it's about speed. The era of hypersonic weapons has already begun, and both India and China are racing to master it. China has operationally tested the DF-ZF hypersonic glide vehicle, capable of traveling at over Mach 10 and maneuvering mid-flight, making it nearly impossible to intercept. India, meanwhile, has successfully tested the hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle, the HSTDV, developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization of India. This technology will power future systems like BrahMos-II, expected to reach the speeds of Mach 7, thus giving India the ability to deliver fast, precise, and deep strikes, an answer to the Chinese hypersonic glide vehicle. India's current missile assets are spread across the Army, Navy, Air Force, and strategic forces. A unified rocket force would centralize control, streamline targeting, and enable coordinated precision strikes across theaters. It would also integrate with India's upcoming theater commands, ensuring synchronized operations from space-based intelligence to missile launch authorization. China's rocket force is an independent service branch operating under centralized command and strategic doctrine. For India, establishing a similar structure could be the next logical step in achieving full spectrum deterrence. A unified rocket force would serve three critical functions. Firstly, it will strengthen India's deterrence posture across two fronts. Secondly, it will ensure real-time coordination of missile assets. And thirdly, offer credible first response capability in a high-intensity conflict environment. It would not only enhance India's strike depth, but also project a clear message that India is ready to defend its interests in every domain, be that on land, air, or sea, and even the space. In a world where seconds defines strategy and distance defines dominance, India's need for a unified rocket force is no longer theoretical. It's the next step in achieving credible deterrence, technological parity, and operational unity. The rocket force will be India's shield and spear, ensuring peace through preparedness.